Hey everybody, this is Tony and I'm here today with a special guest, Miss Jacci McGhee. How are you, Miss Jacci?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, good. Thank you so much for asking. Um, Now, for people who don't know, please let them know who Jacci McGhee
I am the chica.
is.
I am the chick on Make It Last Forever that people always ask, who's that girl again? Well, I'm that girl. Um, 27 years later.
That's right. That's right. Now, Make It Last Forever was like you and Keith Sweat both like breakout hits. How did you two end up meeting?
We met, Keith and I met in a club. I was singing and someone brought him by to meet me from another band that he was in,
Mhm.
prior to him starting to work on his record. But Teddy Riley and I had a band together before I even knew Keith Sweat.
Oh
So
wow.
I knew Teddy first, and when Keith met me, he asked me to come to the studio. He was like, oh, I'm working on a project, um, a single deal right now, and the first song was Don't Stop Your Love. But it took me a
Right.
minute to come to the studio. It took me like a month. He had to call me a couple of times to convince me. So finally, when I got there, Teddy was there. Teddy Riley was there. So, I was like, what you doing here? And he said he's working on a project. So, that just gave me the go to work on a project too because, Teddy and I were already family. So
Right, right.
it just all
Now,
fell into place.
how did you get in the music business? Period.
Well, my brother-in-law, Vincent Henry, he's a musician, a great musician. He's been in the business for years, and he played for he was in the group Change back in the day with Luther Vandross, and he played for Atlantic Star, for Entombed, all these
Mhm.
people. And he used to take me on the road when I would come in town. He would take me out and introduce me to everybody. And then their local gigs that they would do, he had a band that Johnny Kemp was in that song Just Got Paid, God rest his soul. My brother
Right,
just
right.
passed away a couple of months ago. But Johnny Kemp, Melissa Morgan, all these people, Allison Williams, all these people were doing the circuit. And I got to meet them, but I started working with Johnny Kemp. First he kind of gave me my little ins and outs. But my brother-in-law is the one that really got me in the business, and once I graduated high school in Virginia, I was like, okay, I'm coming back to New York, because I'm from New York. And I was like, I'm coming back to New York to, pursue my career. So
Right, right.
it was destined, it was destined to
It
happen.
was. So you didn't think about choosing any other career besides the music business?
Um, well, I was into fashion at first, too.
Mhm.
I worked for the company Condé Nast, and then I ended up branching off working for German Vogue. But before I went out on the road with Keith Sweat, I was working for ABC. So,
Right,
I
right.
mean, I was still in the entertainment and the fashion industry, but that I knew I wanted to sing. I knew that was my blessing that I wanted to use. So that was like, okay, you got to do that.
Right, right. So now, when did you know that you could sing?
When I was little, I started singing when I was like maybe 3 or 4, and just kept singing. And then, I used to dream about being on stage
Mhm.
and doing all of these, big shows or whatever. So I knew it was already in me. And then, I have a musical background too. I played instrument. I played flute and clarinet. I was
Uh
in
huh.
marching band. I was in all the singing chorales, traveling, and all of that. So, I've always been music based anyway. And I had 2 scholarships for music, but I decided not to take them and go
Mhm.
to come back to New York to pursue a career in music. And 4 years
Oh,
later, I had 4 years after I graduated from high school, Make It Last Forever was a hit record.
wow. Now that's crazy.
So it was like me going to college for 4 years. Even though I don't see it like that now, but
right.
You know.
So now, after Make It Last Forever became a hit, what happened to you?
Well, I got a record deal
Right.
with MCA, Universal, and I did my first album entitled Jacci McGhee, and me and Keith we had another duet, kind of a duet. We just did an appearance on one of my singles, It Hurts Me.
It Hurts Me,
and
right?
That one did pretty okay. And then I had Skeezer First, which wasn't the best song to put out, and I didn't want to do it, but you know, it was fun. It was a little, you know, a little risque. It was number one on the box back then. You know, showing little flags with dancers, not me.
Right.
So, I mean, it was a lot of bad moves with that album because, you know, once it was done, it sat for 2 years. And in between that time, I went and I did a song with Salt-N-Pepa, Express Yourself, which people know about. And that became a number one record and, you know, sold, went platinum. I think it went double platinum too. It was double platinum single. And I also sung with the rock group Toto. In between that, you know, they sung Rosanna, Hold the Line, Georgie Porgy, all of that. And they were like one of my all-time favorite groups. So for me to sing with them, that was like a blessing. So, you know, then I got to enter that world of doing rock and flying, you know, on private jets and flying first class all the time and staying in all the 5-star hotels. You know, with Keith, singing with Keith on the road, it was totally different. Totally different setup. But now, I did two albums for MCA. By my second album, they dropped me with a whole bunch of other people, but it was all politics. We just kept getting caught up in politics, you know. That happens.
So do you feel like you were able to, like, how do you say, reach your potential working at MCA?
No, not at all. I think, I mean, when I look at my career now, and reason being I haven't done anything in like the last, anything, you know, big, like putting records out or whatever in the last like 15 plus years, because I got, you know, a little discouraged with the music industry. Because I did do another album. I joined forces with a band called The Family Stand. They had originally did Ghetto Heaven. I came in, we did an album called Connected. The album was phenomenal. I loved it. You know, the record label loved it, but it was also, you know, differences with the record label and the guys in the band that I had nothing to do with. So, you know, again, another disappointment. And it's like you get burnt out from that. But then I was a mommy too, so I was like, you know what? Let me just deal with my children and, you know, live my life. My youngest son, he's 17 now, but he had speech, you know, he was premature, so he had speech problems. He needed physical therapy, he needed occupational therapy. So I kind of had to, you know, shut stuff down to make sure he was good. And I didn't want to leave my kids, you know, and be like I'm some mother that just say, okay, you know, whatever, and I'm going on the road and I'm gonna sit and I'm gonna do me.
So do you feel like it was a reason that the projects that you did with other artists were, you know, hits, or they made impacts, and your solo efforts were not as big?
You know, I thought about that, and I ask God all the time, do I only have to have one big song or two big songs? Really, people don't even know that I did Expression.
Right.
Know,
most people know you from Just Make It Last Forever, so.
Right. So it's like, you know, nobody really knows the history of Jacci McGhee. So it's like, you know, I had a sprinkle here and a sprinkle there. And it almost seemed like, okay, you really just this one-hit wonder. Which in all actuality, you know, it's not one hit, two hits, but still, you know, it still was not what I thought that I should be doing. And now that I'm back and I want to do this whole Jacci back journey, you know, I went through a lot of dark places in my life. So I wasn't on drugs and I wasn't, you know, drinking and none of that. You know, I just made a lot of crazy choices and things didn't work out the way they should have.
Right.
So I lost like really a good 10 years of my life, you know, just being in darkness, thinking that I have God right there, which he was there the whole time. But, you know, at the same time, we sit back and we wait and like, okay, Lord, I done got myself in this now. Can you help me get out? Can you get me out? You know, and he's like, no, you get yourself out. Because I didn't say you go in that. So, you know, you get stuck in those places and it's like, okay, how do I dress? But back to the, you know, me wanting to be more, I definitely wanted to be more. And I still, you know, have it in me to be more. I know that God is not finished with me because he did not let me be successful with nothing else.
Right.
He wants me to do this, whatever reason why he wants me to do, you know, use my voice. At the end of the day, his will is going to be done, not mine. So,
amen.
I'm just walking, ready to roll, and I'm not taking no shorts. I'm 49 now, you know, and I thank God that I'm at this age, and I'm not embarrassed about my age. I'm like, we're grown and sexy. This is how we're going to do it. I'm doing acting now, some modeling. I got we just did a short film with the guy, Mark John Jeffries. It's called The Rumble Data, so we waiting for the next big thing to happen with that. And I had a good time filming it with Shard Films, and I'm just ready to go to the next thing. I got a house song out that I did a duet with. It's called Angel of Mine. That again, it's another duet. It's not a guy, it's a girl. She was already on the song, and I came in and I did a soul remix. And
when you do duets, excuse me, I'm messing up my words. When you listen to the duet as opposed to your solo efforts, which one do you like more?
See, I love doing duets because I like, you know, that whole chemistry of duets. I love duets. I always love duet records. But as far as my solo career, I have so much more, you know, for people to hear. And so I want people to see who Jacci is because I was so ahead of my time. You know, I wore my hair shaved off back in 1990, you know, and then I was wearing white wigs and doing all kind of crazy stuff. And people didn't really understand me, you know, because I was too far ahead of my time. So, you know, now I'm like, okay, now I'm part of the grown and sexy, but I'm still going to be Jacci. I'm still going to do all my crazy stuff, but on the, you know, on a different kind of level because I'm not 25 and I'm, you know, not trying to wear short skirts, you know, and showing all my behind all over the place. I'm not doing that. I don't have to drop it like it's hot, even though I can.
Right.
I'm like, I don't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because we have, to me now, because you know, the 40s are now like the new 30s, we have that place where, you know, I can shoot a video and have, you know, my weave blowing or something. If I put a weave on or one of my wigs or, you know, something blowing and you're sitting with a coffee cup and you just sing and just be beautiful in your own right. And we have so many women out there that will relate to that look and that feeling and that, you know, do a video picking kids up from school and singing. You know what I'm saying? That's life. And that's part of being the grown and sexy.
Right.
So I'm all for, you know, they say let's bring R&B back. My thing is soul music is soul music, and it's always going to be soul music, and it won't die as long as we keep singing.
That's right. Right.
And that's just the thing. It's not going to die as long as we keep singing, and I don't believe in that old school. I'm like, we didn't call Patti LaBelle and Gene Carn and, Atlantic Star and the Commodores and Earth, Wind & Fire, old school, and the Spinners and all the people when we were listening to them.
Exactly.
Our parents didn't say, oh, this is old school. No, this is soul music. This is our music. This is what we make. This comes from our soul. As long as we still doing that, that's all that matters. Soul music. Music from your soul. And that's it.
All right.
I'm on my Jackie's back journey. God is leading my way. I'm more thankful, trying to be as obedient as I can and doing what I got to do.
Well, I tell you what, it was a shock for me to see you. When I did see you on Instagram, and because my whole thing is here when I do interview people, it's mostly people who've been out of the spotlight a lot of time, So, when I did see you, I was like, well, I have to talk to her. You know what I mean? So, I was so glad that I did find you on there. Like even what's her name? I interviewed like Kenya Johnson from Moke and Stuff. You know Moke and Stuff from back in the days. And now they're trying to like work on new stuff too, along with like a whole bunch of different other people that I interviewed. So I'm happy that you are back.
I'm glad that you reached out. And what I love about your show and all of these like podcasts and all the stuff that people are doing, it's like that's helping us because we have social media and we have the internet. Now we have all these different avenues that we can promote ourselves, which is phenomenal. And like I said, people like you, I thank God you reached out, and it's a blessing. And I'm praying, and we're gonna claim it right now that everything that you're doing is gonna be large, huge, and keep doing it and don't stop.
Amen. Excuse me. So now, what would you say was your biggest lesson coming out of the music business and settling into your home life?
Say that one more time.
I said, what would you say was your biggest lesson coming out of the music business and settling into your home life?
My biggest lesson coming into the music business or between coming my music business and my home life?
Right.
Coming out of the music business?
Yeah.
I mean, the music industry, like I said, will wear you out. But at the end of the day, when you're in it, that's your life. But I say to anybody, separate the two. You can have your private life, but so much into your entertainment life. You need to keep them separated because, if you have children, your children come first. And you don't let anybody sell you a pipe dream and make you think that you got to be butt naked and, sell your soul basically to have something. That's not true. Whatever we have, we already blessed with it. It's how we choose to use it. And, like I was saying, I think that you should keep your private life and your entertainment life separate.
Right.
You can put some private life stuff in there because I love doing Instagram. And my daughter loves it because she takes most of my pictures. And, that's fun. But then when you start coming on all your business on Facebook and all kind of crazy stuff, you're like, no, we don't need to be doing that. That's not nobody's business. You got to keep some things personal.
Right, right.
And there's one other thing that I do fight for. I'm fighting for homelessness, and I'm also fighting for women and men that have been abused. I was abused as a child. I was molested by my dad, and I have a story, And this is why I'm saying this is my journey, because I want to help. I want to be able to help other women, you know, even the males that have been molested or scared to talk about it or, you know, feel some type of way. The bottom line is with being hurt like that and being molested by someone else, molested by my dad, you cannot take that through your life. It will kill you.
Right.
You know, we have to know that it wasn't our fault, was nothing that we could do about that. The person that did it wasn't in their right mind, or they did it, they had it done to them. And the generational curse has to be broken. It has to be broken. And if you just sweep it under the rug and then you become, you know, a mess in your adulthood, bipolar, you know, or you selling your body, or you doing something that just don't make sense. We have to see what's wrong with us and what we've been through and how to deal with our hurts and our pains. And I'm gonna tell you something. The person that did it, they don't give a damn. They don't went about their lives.
Exactly.
And they're not thinking about the hurt that you have.
Absolutely. So now, are you considering writing a book?
Yes, I am. I said maybe within the year, but I'm really trying to start this project. I put a band together, so coming soon. I'm actually putting the band together. The name of the band is Billy Scott, and we're just gonna do some soul music, and it's gonna be, you know, a little tad rock in there, some pop, but you know we soulful, so it's gonna be soulful period anyway, and no we can do about that. And you know, that's the project I really want to work on first, but you never know, because you know you try to put something and then God might have a different plan, because he always got a different plan. You know, sometimes you have to stop and say, really? So, yeah, I definitely want to write a book. And I think that it would be very, very much appreciated once I write it.
Because you definitely do have a story. So I really want to read that.
Thank you. It's you know, like I said, it's not an easy thing. You know, my journey wasn't easy at all, but I've been kept, and I can say, and I don't care. I'll tell people in a minute, I don't care who don't believe in the Most High. I do, because I know He has spoken to my spirit since I was a kid. There was so many things that I could have gone the wrong way and done, you know, wrong, and just fell apart and said I want to give up, you know, and I didn't do it. And my father was even a heroin addict, because he was in Vietnam. So just the fact that I could have went down that avenue and became a junkie, any of that, and I didn't, and it's because I'm kept.
That's right.
You know, God kept me. He's been keeping me, and He's still keeping me, because His will be done, not mine.
That's right.
And I know I get preachy, but I'm like,
that's all right. I like to hear it, so it don't matter.
You know, because we got to be real, and I can't sugarcoat. I'm 49, and I'm like, I can't sugarcoat life. You know, I can't sugarcoat it. Now, what I will tell people is, don't sit back and be sick and broke and all that, and waiting for God to throw checks out the windows and all this healing that you think He's just gonna come and do. I don't believe that God works that way at all. I believe the kingdom is already in us, and I believe that you have to claim it. You have to see yourself well. You have to see yourself making, you know, the money that you want to make, or doing the things that you want to do. But it's all in obedience and diligence. You know, I don't believe that any of us are supposed to be, you know, poor or anything else. He said, on earth as it is in heaven. Now brought the kingdom here. Bring it here to us. And that's how we're supposed to live. And, you know, I think people settle, and we do, because we get trapped in that, that mentality of, let me buy the latest this and the latest that. And I'm not going to lie and act like I'm not in on that, because, I'm in on that too, but to a certain extent.
Right. You know how to manage it.
Right. We like our stuff now. Don't get it twisted. We like our stuff. But stuff don't come before what makes more sense. Can you bury yourself? Can you help your family members? Can you help somebody else, a stranger?
Mm-hmm.
And if we can't do that, then where are we? What place are we in? And I'm not saying I'm in that place right now, but that's what I'm building towards again.
Absolutely. So now I had a question. If you had the chance to do it all over again, would you do it, like your career, your whole life, everything?
And change nothing. And the reason why I say that is because I wouldn't be who I am right now if I didn't go through the things that I went through. Absolutely. The only thing I would say that, of course, I would want different is that I wasn't molested.
Right.
And that I had my dad there. But if it didn't happen, maybe I wouldn't be singing. Maybe I wouldn't be doing anything or talking to anybody that's broken right now. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
My brokenness and me healing with my brokenness, I'm hoping and praying to help someone else heal their brokenness. But not by me. See, that was part of my darkness in my life. I always wanted to save people that were broken. And it made my life dark. We can't save nobody if they don't want to be saved. But we don't even have that power to save anybody. All you can do is be support and be there. And if they don't want to do it, tough love, you got to let them go on and do it. And they got to hit rock bottom, they got to hit rock bottom. And, if they want to live and they want to, see that light in their lives, because God is nothing but light. So if you want to gravitate towards that light, you got to pull yourself out of that darkness. And nobody can do it for you.
Right. Well, I'm glad that you actually want to, share your story and help others, because, sometimes people, they don't feel that saying something is necessary, or, they're scared and, different things. And so I'm glad that you're one of the people who actually want to share your story to help others.
No, yeah, I really do, because I like I said, there's so many broken people, and when I look around, it breaks my heart to see so many people broken. I mean, even with the Ratchet TV, I call it Ratchet TV, with the TV shows, and they on there cussing each other out and whatever for a check, there's brokenness all over. That's the only reason why you even doing any of that, or you feel like, you got to be all of this and materialistic and whatever else, is because you are broken.
Right.
And you trying to hide yourself in all of these things that you buy, and you can buy boobies, you can get your booty done, you can do all kind of stuff, but that's still not, you still have spirit. That flesh will die. Your spirit, you want your spirit to be right. You want to be healed in your spirit. You do not want to be broken.
Right. Now, speaking of Ratchet TV, would you consider doing a reality show if the circumstances were right?
I would love to do a reality show if it was something based on me helping people and doing, because I do artist development, and I worked with, some artists over the years, and I love doing it, and I work with kids right now too, at schools, after school program, doing vocal stuff with them, like kind of artist development, but, more working on their vocals and stuff. But I would love to do a reality show, like showing that stuff, showing the hard work that you have to put in to become an entertainer. People think it's so easy. And then on top of it, I would love to show, like, doing things where we can help some families. You know, we can go do things to put a smile on somebody's face. I don't want to be on nothing with nobody calling me no B and I have to black out. And then, I'm not going to play fair. It's not going to be like, okay, we're going to make sure that the security guard's in and all that. No. You say stupid stuff to me, I'm throwing down. And I already know. So I can't even do a show like that because I'm snatching
right.
And it's embarrassing for us to even have to be to that place. Like, you know, that's not even cute. It's not cute. I'm not spending $1,200, $1,700 on no red bottom shoe to be on there fighting and then my heel was broke. What kind of mess is that? Like, we're not doing that. So, you know, I'm not a ratchet TV girl at all. And I think TV is a bit much right now, too.
So even like a show like Unsung, would you do that?
You know, I had some people trying to work on it, but then I was like, you know what? It might not be in the cards for me to do that because maybe God has something else for me to do. Or maybe it's not the right time for me to do Unsung yet.
Well, I don't believe you are Unsung, though, so I'm just asking the question. I don't believe you are, though. No,
you know what? And that's the thing. I don't want to be stuck in that thing like, okay, she's doing Unsung, she's finished.
Right.
I'm like, no, I have something to do. And I'm doing it. I don't know how it's going to be done, but I'm doing it. And, you know, I love a lot of the Unsungs that I've seen. And a lot of people are doing really well. I just don't want to be that Unsung that's like, oh, that's why she only had one record. But then she did have another one. And then, she had beef with such and such. Or, you know, oh, man, that's messed up. She was molested as a child. Oh, okay, no. I want it to be where it's like, this is what we're doing. This is what we're going on to the next stage. We're going to make stuff pop. We're going to help some people. We're going to help some kids. We're going to do this.
That's right.
So, yeah, I wouldn't mind.
Okay. Now, if you had to describe yourself in just 3 words, what would they be?
In 3 words?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I have one. I have 2 words. I just have 2 words. I don't have 3. God-fearing.
That's all right.
And that's it. God-fearing.
That's all right.
I'm like, I ain't trying to. I don't even want to test God that much.
Amen. Now, please let people know where they can reach you as far as your websites and social media networks and everything that you're working on right now.
I'm on Instagram. You can follow me at Jacci, Jacci McGhee, MCA.Jacci. And I just started Twitter. And it's the same thing, you know, same spelling as Jacci McGhee. And I'm not good at Twitter yet. I'm just starting.
Okay.
You can go to my website, www.JacciMcGhee.com. Again, spelled JACCI, And that's it. I'm not like really on too much. I don't do Facebook. I'm going to start a Facebook page just for music.
Okay.
And that's it. That's all I'm on right now.
All right. Well, do you know? I don't know, but do you know if any of your old solo albums are available?
The stuff that I know of is available on Amazon.
Okay.
And it could be some stuff on iTunes. I'm not sure because I really don't go on all of that. But I know that the Angel of Mine is available on iTunes, and that's DJ Jay Salter featuring Dominique and Jacci McGhee. It's a nice little dance house record. It's an EDM, electric dance music, which is really, really popular now overseas. It's actually, really, the song is doing really well overseas, so I'm happy with that.
Right. Okay. Well, I want to thank you so very much for doing this with me today. It's been such a joy, and it's been such insightful conversation to step into your life for a little bit. And again, I want to thank you for being here with me today.
Oh, thank you. I'm so, like, you don't know, I'm like, if I can bow to you to show you how humbled I am, because you did reach out to me and, wanted me to do this. It's like, I feel that anybody that reach out to me, that's God showing me favor.
Right.
And he's showing me that there's people that still care and that want to hear, my story and where I've been. So I thank you, and God bless you. Thank you so much.
Same to you. And also, if you have anything, once you finish, or like, you work on an album or a single or the book or anything, just please like email me or anything and let me know, and I'll definitely put it on my pages and promote it for you or anything.
Oh, sure I will. I'm going to keep you posted.
Okay.
All
well,
right,
please let me know. And thank you. You have a blessed day. Thank you so much again.